Good morning. How's everybody? Recovered? Re-energized? Aslan, are you recovered? Are you ready? Yeah. Are you ready for a second half? Sure. Good. Okay, so I think that I released all grades. I have not released assignments 2 yet, but just because of the confusion about the groups, I'm going to touch about that a little bit later today, once maybe we have more people coming in. So I'm going to touch on that a little bit later. Again, how was the reading week? Was it about reading? Was it about relaxing? What was it about? Relaxing? A little. Do we have tests this week? Any tests? Any midterms? But not as much as before. No? Good. So I told you at some point in the beginning that this field is we're always learning stuff. We're always trying to grow. And I'm going to share what I did with my reading week. Aside from grading, I did this. No, I did not write a book. Machine learning. Python. So again, we are always teaching something, learning something. That was my fun for the reading week. It is my fun still because I'm still going through them. Okay?
Why was Microsoft Technologies?
Because I'm a Microsoft guy, so I want to see machine learning in the context of Microsoft. You know? But Python for machine learning is very important, so I had to start learning Python as well. Never worked with Python before, but it's quite good, you know, quite easy.
Professor, what about Google? Because Google now they are making more progressive stuff, but it's
you have to pick something. I mean, you cannot. I want to, I don't know, do mobile development, and then you're gonna go and learn everything that is out there. You cannot. You want to learn machine learning, you have to start somewhere. So you cannot spread yourself too thin and I'm going to do this and a little bit this and a little bit that. Actually, in a way, I'm already doing a little bit of, because I'm going through 2 books at the same time. But they are related in a way, you know. Anyway, my point is that you'll never stop learning. Never. So, talking about learning, what is it that we're going to be doing today? So today, I thought about doing this because we had the tests and then we have some exercise. Bottom line is that I want to do a quick recap of our last week of content. So I want to go back to that week a little bit. I'm not going to do this recap in depth, but you're going to do an exercise, a different exercise today. Okay? So get ready for that. But before we get to the exercise will be about inheritance, polymorphism, abstract classes, and interfaces. I want to reconnect with those because, again, it has been a while. We had the reading week, and then we had the test week. This was 3 weeks ago. So I don't know, if you remember those names at least, we are winning. No? Okay, so again, just want to start from there. I still have a few reminders and things to talk about, but again, I want to wait a little bit more to see if more people come in, okay?
Could be because just a moment ago we had another class and it was a little bit longer.
Got it. I see. No problem. Okay, so I want to go back a little bit. Again, I'm just going to go through the slides here in a fast mode. So I want to reconnect with these, polymorphism, abstract classes, and interfaces. Again, polymorphism is the fact that you can have different classes with similar methods behaving in different ways. So we have animal is the parent of cat, dog, owl. They all make noises. Make noise is the same name used for all of them, but each one will have its own different implementation. That's what polymorphism is. Again, we have the example of guitar. We play drums. They both have play, but they are played on different ways. Again, another example of polymorphism. I brought this back a little bit to a system. No? In a school system, we may have satisfy graduation requirements for high school. They are different from secondary, from college, from university. So again, they may both be called satisfy graduation requirements, but they will behave different ways. When I say behave, I mean the code that is implemented there for that method will be different from a high school student as compared to a college student, okay? I have Padlet open as well, so if anyone has any questions there. So, and then that brought us to concrete class. Concrete classes are the types of classes that we have been working all the way along, okay? Classes that we can instantiate objects from. As compared to what? As compared to abstract classes. Abstract classes, they are more just a concept. It's not the real implementation, it's just a general concept. Like we have animal. If I say, draw me an animal, you're going to ask, what? Which animal? So again, you need more information about to be able to make it concrete. So you have an abstraction, but every animal, they're going to have a way to feed, they're going to have a way to grow, to move, but the implementation of them will be different, okay? So you may say, but Edison, how do I know how do I differentiate whether I should create an abstract class or a concrete class? Well, again, you have to ask yourself, do I have enough information just to instantiate an animal? I need more. I need to know more about that. So most likely animal is an abstraction. Most likely if I say music instrument, I need more details about music instruments. It does make sense to have music instrument as a concrete class because I need more information about which instrument is that one. Okay? Sometimes the lines between, oh, this should be abstract class or this should be a concrete class, they're a bit blurry. It's not very cut and dry. For sure this is abstract class. For sure this is a concrete class. Actually today, in our exercise, which you're going to see that it's different from the ones that we have done before, we're going to practice that. We're going to practice how can we identify whether this class should be concrete or should be abstract, okay? A few things to note. Abstract classes, they can have only abstract methods, correct? Abstract classes, only abstract methods. All right? All good? No. Abstract classes, they can also have concrete methods. Just because the class is abstract, it does not mean that all methods, all members are abstract. No. Abstract classes can have concrete methods, concrete members, okay? However, the one that cannot are interfaces. Interfaces can only have abstract members. But again, abstract classes can have abstract methods and non-abstract methods, concrete methods, okay? Again, just a few examples here. We're going to be doing some diagramming today. Like, if I say a general artist, well, they have common attributes, but I need more information. Artist is just a concept. What type of artist is that one? I can ask that. What type of artist is that one? Is that a singer, an actor, a sculptor, a painter? So artist could be a good candidate to be an abstract class. As we went through before, instruments, animal, just a general concept of what animals do. And I have some coding there. I'm not going to get into coding too much right now. But again, what I want to, yes?
On the UML diagram, you don't have to specify which class is abstract?
There is specification here in this diagram. It's not clear, but when we get to some exercise, it will be clearly defined that this is an abstract class. Okay, that's a good point. I'm going to mention this again. Have a question? No. I'm going to mention this again. Abstract classes can have abstract members and non-abstract members, concrete members, members that have an implementation. Very important. This is a very good little question for a quiz. If I were you, I would write this down. And when I say I would write this down, it's because you're going to use that, okay? Catch the recording. No, I'm joking. Okay. Abstract classes can have concrete members and abstract members, okay? Just because it's abstract class, everything is abstract. No, it can have concrete implementation as well. However, interfaces, which you're going to touch a little bit later, interfaces can only have abstract members. Yep.
For concrete class, we can have both too.
Good points. I should mention that. So for a concrete class, a non-abstract class, it can only have concrete members. So abstract members, abstract methods cannot be part of concrete class. Abstract methods can only be part of abstract classes. Okay? So sounds a little bit confusing, but again, abstract classes can have concrete members and abstract members. However, abstract members can only be part of abstract classes. Concrete classes cannot have abstract members. Okay? Okay. Again, just going to mention a little bit about interfaces. Interfaces, as I said, similar to classes, look like classes. We cannot instantiate interfaces, but interfaces, as opposed to abstract classes, can only have abstract members, okay? Only have abstract members. Interface is the way that C# kind of simulates having multiple inheritance, because one class can only inherit from one other class, whether it's a concrete class or an abstract class, but only from another class. However, a class can inherit from as many interfaces as we have to, as we want to, okay? Again, just some pointers to make sense about interface as well. Interfaces, they have this strange way to name themselves. We have to start with a capital I to indicate that this is an interface, and then it follows by a capital letter, as following by the I, a capital letter there. And then usually, if we can make it work and sound good, we use able at the end. So you can think about an interface as we are giving additional functionality to a class. It's not the core. I mean, we have I workable, I comparable, I equitable. Well, yes, they can be parents because we can have classes inheriting from them, but the parent-child relationship is not very well defined. Like a cat is an animal. A guitar is an instrument. You cannot have that word applied to a cat is an I workable, is an I comparable. It doesn't make sense, okay? So again, interfaces, they add features to the classes, but they are not the core of that class. I can say that the core of a cat is being an animal. The core of a dog is being an animal. The core of a guitar is a music instrument. It defines what that is, okay? But interfaces, they are more, again, just a few features that we are adding, okay? Again, as I said, this is just a quick tour on our week number 6 before the test. A little bit of summary there. That's fine. Okay, so just wanted to do a brief recap here so we can jump to our exercise. See time here. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Here is how this will go about. Okay, so this is not graded, so don't worry about that. It's a very easygoing exercise, but we're going to do that in groups. We're going to do that right away in groups. So whether you want to stick with the same group that you did your assignments, that's fine. If you want to reformulate, that's fine. 3, 4 people, even 5 people, that's fine. But get together, and then I have some props. I got inspired during the reading week. Well, I have used this before, not the first time. Okay, so I'll give you a few minutes so you can get together, but bottom line is that each group will have a spot on the wall because you're going to be making a diagram with about 10 of those. Not very sure, you're not going to be using your computers. So get one spot on the wall. We have, well, you can even have it here, 2, 3 there, 2 there, 2, 3 there. But bottom line is, get together, start organizing yourselves in groups, and we're going to keep moving forward. Go for it. This group, actually, forget one thing here. So take one. Oops. Not in the wall. Not in the wall. Actually, do me a favor. Take one paper. Just try, because I don't want to risk marking. See if it bleeds. No, see if it bleeds through. That's okay. Here. Here. One here. Oops. Oh, it's here. Okay. Thank you. Okay. This should be enough. If it's not, let me know. Okay. Another one here, just in case. Okay, the 4 of you. Okay. Here. Okay. Any groups without? No? Everybody? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you guys can use that wall, that wall, that wall over there. You need to get close to a wall because you're going to be pasting there. Okay, that wall and that wall over there. Great. Awesome. So yeah, so we start with the group members. Just put it on the sticker, put it on the wall there so we can identify who's who. Okay? Now, here's the thing. I'm going to give you a bunch of words. A bunch of words. And you're going to have to break those words down into hierarchical structures. And each word you're going to write in one little sheet. So you have to create a diagram there. The sheet at the top will be the parents of the ones below. Okay? So that it will look something like this when you are done. But again, each word goes in one separate sheet. So you can build this tree. Okay. In the sheet, no, actually, let's take with the step number 1 first. So let's see here. Okay. So these are the words. Let me see if I can amplify this. Okay, so those are the words. You're going to have to unscramble those words, and you're going to have to build a hierarchy with those words. Now, maybe we have 3 different hierarchies there. Maybe we have 2. Maybe it's just one, a big one. But you have to read through this, try to interpret those words, and see how they could relate to each other. Okay? See how you could build a child and parent relationship with them. So again, each word goes in a sheet, and you build your tree there, okay? Your tree structure. Any questions? Okay? 15 minutes, give it a try. Again, you guys can, I don't know, can use here or you can use that wall there, okay? Sorry, I just want to place something here. Come on. Nope.
Professor,
Yes.
we make our own words.
No, you're just going to use those words, write each one in a separate piece of paper, and then make the arrangement there.
So there's already keywords.
Yes, those are the keywords. You have to figure out the relationship between them.
You have already.
Use that blank space, because here it's a bit messy already. Use that part there, here. Just no opinion.
Yeah, yeah, now we this really abstract and this really concrete.
Where did you put this? Yeah. Water. Water? Here. Okay. Maybe let's start with the wall.
So, yes.
I was going to ask you on the break, but
What is that?
I was
No.
going to. The test.
Yep.
You told me that you had the hash did not work, like it did not run,
Okay.
and the calculation was wrong.
Okay.
So the calculation was wrong. Yeah. I saw it, but it ran.
Okay. So, if I don't know, we can sit down after the class.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Professor, but in our case, I mean in everyone's case, basically water, land, and air, it couldn't be a class for vehicles. It could be basically maybe inter.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about your rationale. Okay. Is it missing any words there?
No. It's just missing a little bit of
Are you sure?
logic.
I think it's missing some words. For instance, so.
Yeah, it's 19 words. 19 words.
Is it? Sneaking. Oh yes. I was looking at something here that we'll talk about that. Yeah, you put it all. If you are done, load Padlets in your cell phone, take a picture, share that on Padlets. Okay? So on Padlets, so if you load Padlets in your cell phone, you can take a picture and share. Take a picture of your work of art there, and you can share on Padlets, so we can discuss that, okay? So again, if you're done, take a picture, share on Padlets. You can load on Padlet and take it right from there.
Yeah.
If you click the plus on a Padlet, you can see the camera there.
Very much. No, what happened was like I was like,
Okay, everybody took the pictures. I think that all you guys are still up for that. Okay, so do you want to take the picture there and share? Okay, let's start with this. So I'm going to open this up for a little bit of discussion here. So I'm going to go one by one, and the group will tell me the rationale of why they organized like this. Okay? So, because it's too small, thank you. Actually, you're going to still need, don't break up the groups yet. Don't break up the groups yet. You're still going to need this, okay? So take it back. Still need that. So again, we still have 2 more steps here to go, but we're going to stop for a second here. Okay, so let's have a look at this one here. And the group, we have here Ahmad. Yes, so you're going to defend your rationale here. Let's start. Okay. Okay, so let's start with the water part. So you have water, ship, and boat there. So what was the idea? Why it's that independent?
Because there is a land first.
Oh, actually, sorry, I didn't realize that. So this is all together, correct? Okay, got it. Okay, so,
This is the land,
yep.
then there is the water, there is the air, and vehicle.
So we have land at the top. And then we have air, which is a child of land.
Yeah.
So anyone has a different opinion about that? So maybe let's have a look at another one here. So that's one point of view. I want to explore other points of views. Okay, so let's see. Let's go to the very top one here. If I could, okay, this works. Okay, so I guess group here. Yeah, so what is the rationale as compared to the other group about vehicle? Again, as compared to the other group, what is the difference? We have vehicle at the top. Maybe you want to mention your point of view. You started to say that. Yeah. So would you change your opinion? No. So does it make sense to have air being a child of land? What is the relationship between air and land?
Air and land.
Yeah. So land and then air.
Like land, and there is an air inside the land.
Got it. The air inside the land.
Yeah, I mean, there's a land and there is an
Air at the top. Okay. Okay.
vehicle, like,
Anyone wants to, I'd say to.
I can't get it. Like, how vehicle and there is air. Yeah.
So vehicle is a way to move, is it? So again, one of the things is that this is up for interpretation, okay?
So a water vehicle moves to the water, land vehicle moves on land, air vehicle moves to air.
Yeah, that was the kind of rationale that I was shooting for. Okay. Now I see your points. I see your points. Again, I'm not here to convince you. I'm just here to see. I mean, I'm giving my perspective and listening to your perspective as well. Okay. So what I like from this is that again you have vehicles from the different terrains, air, land, and water, and then you have different vehicles for each one of them, okay? And no right or wrong, just different perspectives here. Let's see if I can get another one. Let's try this one here. Whoops, dinner's ready. Okay, so we discussed a little bit about the vehicle one. Let's have a look at the shapes one. So who had this one here? Clara. Okay. So do you want to talk a little bit about shape? What was the rationale there? Anyone from the group?
We think that there are 4 different types of shape. We decided that there would be child from shape.
So shape at the top and all different shapes at the bottom as childs. Anyone has a different perspective on that? What's yours?
Actually, I put,
So you had ellipse under circle.
but I should change that. Actually, a circle is an ellipse, so I should change that.
So it should be circle under ellipse. Okay, so it's a different one. Anyone again? Any other perspectives there? Let me see here what this group says. Let's see if they have something different. Okay, so we have a difference here. Square under rectangle. Okay, so square under rectangle. Why square under rectangle? What was the idea?
The square is a rectangle with a height and radius is equal to each other.
Got it. So you can potentially say that a square is a rectangle. What you have to ask is that question. When you look at a structure, you have to say, is everything of this a member of that parent? I will ask, is every circle a shape? Yes. Every ellipse is a shape? Yes. However, can I say something like, is every circle an ellipse? What is an ellipse? An ellipse is a shape that does not have what? It does not have what? You can think about sides. They don't have angles. They don't have corners. Okay? So, again, let's think about ellipse and circle. Can I say that all ellipses are circles? Can I say that? No, if we have something like this, it's not a circle, but it's an ellipse. Okay? But I can say that every circle is an ellipse. Why not? Let's start with what is an ellipse again. Ellipse is a shape without corners, okay? Not an ellipse. An ellipse only has a horizontal line and a vertical line, and you make the angles from that. So it cannot be different shapes. But again, in the end, a circle is a special case of an ellipse. What is the special case? The height and width is the same. Okay? So again, we can say every circle is an ellipse, but you cannot say the opposite. Every ellipse is a circle. So in terms of shape, it would make more sense, in my opinion, to have circle under ellipse. Now let's talk about rectangle and square. Rectangle and square. What is the relationship between rectangle and square? So if I ask, is every rectangle a square? No. But is every square a rectangle? Yes, it is. It's a special case of a rectangle that has the same height and width. Okay? So my opinion is that it would make more sense to have square under rectangle. So I'll change this a little bit. I would have it in 3 levels. Okay? Shape, ellipse, rectangle, and then under ellipse, I have circle. Under rectangle, I would have square. Anyone has a different opinion? Feel free. This is very open here. Let's have a look at this one here. So we discussed about vehicle already. We talked about shapes. Let's talk a little bit about books now. Okay? So let's see. Do you guys want to talk about your rationale there?
Sure. Okay, so in our case, the book is the parent class.
Yep.
And then there are types of books. So there's an audiobook, an e-book, and a paper book.
Yep. I agree with that approach. Anyone has a different approach? I think I saw different things. I see something different here. Again, you may want to defend yourselves. Otherwise, I'm going to ask you. Could it be different? Well, we have a case here that has book, ebook, and audiobook here under audiobook. Under ebook. You can think about it as an electronic book. Again, it's up for interpretation. When I was looking at the books, I was thinking about words, reading, being able to read. But again, it's my interpretation. I think that you can think about audiobook being a special case of an ebook.
But what if ebook is a device? Should we understand it as a device?
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I wouldn't think of it as device. I would think of the object. It's a different object here. Okay? Yes.
I mean, now you could use like a reader on the ebook reader, reads it out loud, so it's kind of like.
Okay, that's again another interpretation. I would say there's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong to have audiobook under ebook. You know. Great. Okay, there are 2 more steps that we want to go through, but let's have a quick break. 5 minutes. We come back. Keep yourselves grouped as well as you come back, because then we wrap things up. Okay, we have 2 more steps that we need to go through. 5 minutes. Yes.
The example here, later demo, I don't know why we use console the
Right click is just that when we run the application, it waits for us to press enter.
Press enter?
Yeah, and then it quits. Because otherwise, if you just press F5, if we don't have that, it's just going to run and doesn't stop. So that line will wait for us to press enter so we can see the outputs. It's just one way that sometimes we do things instead of Control F5, we can press F5 directly, and it waits for us. It allows us to see what shows, and then when we press enter, it quits. Okay?
Because I tried to comment this one out, but it still works, so I confused.
It's still, exact, because you are using Control F5, aren't you?
Yeah.
If you use F5 directly, it runs through and it doesn't stop. Okay?
Thank you.
No problem.
Because I got a definition, I still.
Yeah, read key is just that. It waits for a key to be pressed.
Okay. So for another demo here, I don't understand why
the question asking for the protected for the price, but why for the method we need to use a private? So can I keep the both things?
Yeah, so protected here just means that this field is available for the children. That's it. Nothing. So even if it's protected here, we can use it anywhere inside the class. But again, protected, the difference between protected and private is that private, you cannot access from the children. Protected, you can.
Oh, okay.
Not from outside, but from the child. Yeah. Private's just the same class. Protected, the same class, and the children. Yes.
For the question here, let's ask, let's include a string here to hold a color, but I don't understand why we don't have to write a field here. So the solution just keep that one.
Yeah. So it's just showing that you could potentially use color as an auto-implemented property. Sometimes the exercise will ask you to do an auto-implemented. Sometimes it will ask you, okay, create a private field so you can get and set from it. So again, there's nothing wrong here to do it like this. It's just that our practice, I have been asking you to do private fields and public properties. But this is an auto-implemented property.
I just do
So
Hopefully somebody gets it and they share.
So actually, I don't have to write these lines. Can still work, right?
If you have an auto property like this, it does need a private field. If you have an auto, because see, the get is not getting from it.
Yeah.
The set is not setting to it, so you don't need it. If you are using an auto property, this is an auto property.
Okay.
Auto implemented, because we don't have a private field to be able to set and get from it. It's auto implemented. That's the whole idea.
Okay, for this question, I don't understand why use the -6 and -.
This is just to.
Because I try to use a 0 and 1, it still works.
But yes, this minus there is just formatting. It's just that it aligns the outputs to the right side. It aligns. It's just alignments. Just number of characters. This is just number of characters.
Okay. Because I try to remove the -6 and -15, but the format still keep the same.
It was the same?
Yeah, it's same. So I'm confused.
Are you sure that is the same? Because
Yeah, we can try it cookie.
Yeah. So I thought maybe you want the semicolon. I've tried so many different ways. Still the same message. Scroll down.
Okay.
Something like this.
no, I didn't see it properly. Can I see it
Sure.
again?
I keep it here because I try to open two.
Reference the directory. Yeah.
Yeah, order number. Yeah, so eliminate the -15.
And there's no way to make.
Oh, I have to.
You have to close it. So look at the name. Look at the name. The name is right. See, there is a bunch of space here from the name. Yep. See, the name is different. Look at this. The space. Space is different here. Arthur. Look.
Okay, that looks same.
The other one is just that there is not much space, but still look at the names.
Okay.
Okay?
I got it. Thank you.
No problem.
Because right now it says if, right? And you can't do it. So then
For this one, the solution, I think this one should be the backslash here.
Most likely, yeah. That might be the case. Yeah, it's backslash, yeah.
Okay. Then one more question. So can the abstract class be used by another different class? Like, example, you just display in the class, you use artist. So if I have another class called
Occupation.
yeah,
Yep.
occupation, can this one be used by this one?
What do you mean by be used?
By
Like you declare something? You declare something of that abstract class?
Yeah.
Well, you can declare, but if you want to use it, you have to instantiate as a concrete class. You cannot instantiate an abstract class. You can declare, but not instantiate.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, got it. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. Let's keep moving forward. Okay? Okay, so as I said, I had a few other things to mention, so I'm going to mention this now. So, again, we're going to pause for a second exercise. We're going to come back in a second, but I just want to make sure that I cover a few points here. Anyone has any questions about the email? Again, I would like to pay attention here. I will not be answering this question anymore because I know that some of you will have this question. Oh, sorry. Okay, anyone has any questions about the email about groups that I sent? Is that clear what you need to do to join a new group? Anyone does not have a slight clue of what I'm talking about? I'm trying to make sure, because here's the thing. I did not release yet your grades because I was not sure if everybody knew that what to do with the group. So again, everybody's clear that you have to join that other group name. Yes. Is that okay? Okay, great. Okay, I want to quickly mention this as well. I'm just going to, about the test, I said that I would come back to this. Just want to mention how to sort it out, the save data to the JSON file, okay? So the only thing that you had to do was to use this kind of code that you have used before. Guys, if you need to talk on the phone, I mean, you can just go outside here. By all means, feel free to talk on the phone outside. Feel free to talk on the phone outside. Okay, so again, just wanted to quickly share what you should have done there with the save data. Save data, you could have placed that inside your class and just call to serialize. You would serialize this. Use the keyword this to serialize.
And what about client where we have string file name?
File name is just the name of the file.
I don't know, like next to parameter.
Next parameter. Which ones?
After where we have saved data, string file name about.
Yeah, this is the same code that I gave plenty of examples. I mean, there's nothing different here. The only caveat was really
944.
this one here, because that's the object that we are saving. And again, a lot of you got confused of how can we get the current object. The current object is this. I don't know if I did. You have to use this. I think I said that in the test.
No.
Maybe not for this class, but I think I mentioned.
There was one more. They were using different objects.
Yeah, in the harness, yes, we are using save data on the business and save data on the residential. But again, it's parent and child, so
Only this?
only the this keywords. Anyway, so I just wanted to show quickly this one.
Yeah, you will upload it in
The codes? No. Okay, last note here. Let's talk about this. This again. Okay, again, hate talking about this, but I have to bring this up because, again, and you know who you are, so I'm talking, actually, I don't like talking to everybody about this because it's one exception that happened about this, okay? But again, I want to bring this up again because people cheated on the tests and people got zeros on the tests, okay? So again, I want to make sure that you know I'm doing this for 20 years. So maybe some of you did and didn't get caught, that's fine. But again, some of you did and got caught. And again, it's sad to me that a test like that I give plenty of opportunities. I mean, the exercise that we did together, not together, sorry, I gave the solution because this class was a little bit different because we didn't have the Monday. But anyway, just want to make sure that you remember that, okay? And again, wherever you are, don't do that again, okay? Because I don't have any pleasure of putting zeros. And again, it's 0 to who provided and who took it, okay? Again, don't want to talk about that too much, but any questions about this?
What about this? Is it possible to write this? That you have just shown that I was just.
No, okay, I have to stop and look at your codes. I mean, we have to find an appropriate time to look at your codes.
It was just about what you have just talked about before plagiarism.
Yeah, but I cannot troubleshoot the codes just by looking at this right? No,
I don't know.
I cannot.
Sometimes do that.
I can't. Okay. I think that's it. Okay, so to carry on and finalize our little exercise there. So we did the diagrams. Now here's what we're going to do. We're going to define which class of those are concrete, which class of those are abstract. Okay? Concrete class, you're going to put a circle on the top left corner. Yes, the first one here. So concrete on the top left, abstract on the top right. Just look back. I'll give you 5 minutes. Just put a little dot there. Now, just be careful because I don't know if it bleeds through the wall. Okay? So don't write on top of it. Just take it out. Put the point there because I'm afraid of bleeding through the wall. Okay? Now, there's, yeah, even here, you should just take it.
Right?
No, you can just put it somewhere else and write down. Yeah, be careful because it bleeds through a little bit, okay? So take it out and put the circle there.
And I think water lasts
You mean abstract subclass?
Yes. There, yeah, okay.
Pairing is abstract, child is abstract as well. Next child is hungry. Maybe abstract. Abstract, you can like view one, view, and can't do for abstract. Or you can do a concrete either one. And if there's like an abstract mandate in property, I would say yes because say you can say
I don't see any circles yet. Where are the circles? You're searching. There's nothing to be searched. You have to just to look and interpret. What are you going to search?
I told them.
There's nothing to be searched. But again, don't put it on the wall like that. No, not like that. Take it out. Put it there. Be careful, because again, it's gonna bleed through. As you get done, the same thing as before, take another shot there, post on Padlets, and we discuss again. Take another shot as you get it done. Have 30 seconds there.
Yeah, I think those sticks are. Yeah, we can use why do we make a new object?
So if you're done, again, take a shot. Again, take a shot and share on Padlet. Take a shot there. If you are done, take another shot. It's already there? Okay.
Because I just didn't realize there is some cities here.
Because it's called also the device.
And making activity called he was about to make make like so the last time he could control with my dad. Then I really like
because you're not gonna instantiate shape, right? So it's like C class, right?
I got an accident. I got an accident. Last
Instantiate from shape. That's the logic.
man, what can we from
The thing is, if you instantiate from both, it is the
I can take it also like I tried it. So I'm not informed by the
you won't have, let's say you make a shape though, right? You won't have like all those energy. So the thing is that for abstract, that means you're not going to that kind of stuff.
I didn't wait.
That's where you can do it, but we're not redoing that, so we get more specific. That's what we're doing.
Okay, are we done? Are we okay? Don't do that in the wall. Take it out, do it aside so it doesn't bleed through. Otherwise, I'll be screwed up. I'll be the one called attention.
Why permanent marker?
Permanent. Yeah, but what would be the other one that would not bleed through? Any?
It could be permanent. There is a usual marker. I don't know how it's called, but this one is permanent.
Yeah, I should change it.
Yes, if it is in the wall.
What is that? In the wall.
If it is on the wall, it should
Yeah.
be the color code. Only the color code.
I'll check that. I'll talk to my wife. She's good at that. She's a teacher as well.
Oh, she's a teacher. And what is her subject?
No, but she teaches kids. She's a kindergarten teacher. Okay, I think that we are good to go. Let's have a look here. Let's have a look. Okay, so I'm just going to get a few so we can get talking. Here, let's see if this group... let's get another group here. Let's get... let's see here. To get something that the resolution is a little bit higher.
comp123.
Okay, if it can load. Okay, let's take another one. I think that's you guys. Is that? Okay, so let's have a look at the vehicles here. Let's see if I can save this image and see if it saves a little bit better. Well, okay, we can understand here. So we have vehicle at the top, then water, land, and air, and then the respective vehicles at the bottom. So maybe you want to talk a little bit about your setup in terms of abstract and concrete classes?
Here vehicle will contain only names, property,
Okay.
field,
So it is concrete or abstract?
abstract.
Why?
Because
What?
it doesn't specify clearly about what the vehicle name and what it is its like.
Got it.
It will first specify the name,
Okay.
and we will have take the including like water class.
Okay. So again, the next level here, are they concrete or abstract?
There's no mistake there. Yes.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, great. So all abstract again, because it does make sense to instantiate. There are still abstractions. It does make sense to have a water vehicle, but again, which vehicle is that one? a land vehicle, an air vehicle. So all abstracts here at the top, and then you have all concrete ones. Anyone has a different opinion on that one? Just walk around. Let's see if we have different opinions. No, all good. All the same. Why there's no dots in the bottom ones? You missed there? Okay. So I guess that's okay. That's fine. That's good. All good. Okay. I hope that that's not us that draw those lines there. That's okay. Okay. That's fine. Oh, let me see. I'm just thinking here. Let's just... Got it? All good? Yep. Again, any different opinions? Anything? Seems good. Okay. So let's have a look at another one here. Okay. Let's give it a try here on the shapes. So, do you want to give it a go on the shapes? Explain the class. Go for it. I know it's yours. Oh, what is that?
Shape should have an abstract class. I don't know what.
Yes, I think that maybe you got the opposite here. Okay. So again, shape. Sorry. It's right. It's correct. It's correct. Yeah. So on the top right, it's abstract, and the top left is concrete. So I think that's fine. Here, those can be concrete because, you know what, I may want to draw an ellipse. That is not a circle. I may want to draw a rectangle. That is not a square. Okay? So it makes sense to make all of these concrete and have the shape as a general abstraction there. Again, anyone with a different opinion there? You can have different opinions. That's fine. And let's have a look at the last one here.
Because from a concrete class, you can create a new object, and from abstract class, so that's why.
Okay, what is the question?
Another question. Just a
Yep,
comment.
go ahead.
Just that we were thinking that from a concrete class, you can create an object, and from abstract class, no. So that's why.
Yes, so that's correct. From an abstract class, you cannot create an object, but from a concrete class, you can. Okay? And last one, let's see if we can have a look at this one here, maybe. Okay, you guys, okay, book. Let's have a look at book. So everything concrete? Is that the idea? All concrete?
Well, we figured that at some point you might instantiate a book
Mm-hmm.
that has all three underneath. So that's why you got this underneath.
Got it. I can think of a book to be concrete as well. You know, I could also interpret this as being abstract too. I could say that if I want a physical book, this is the physical book. So again, that book, one way of looking at it could be that book is just a general definition of a book. Then if you have a paper book, this is the paper one, this is the audio one, this is the digital one. Okay? So again, different ways that you could potentially visualize that. Okay? Nothing wrong with doing one thing or another. It's really up for interpretation. Any questions? Anyone has any questions? Yes. Abstract. That's what I'm saying. I can also think of book being abstract, being a more general one, and not specific. So if I want a paper book, physical book, I have the paper book there. I have the audio version of the book. I have the digital version of the book as well. So again, I can see book we interpret as abstract. We could also interpret as a concrete class. Nothing wrong one way or another. Okay? It's really up for interpretation. Any other questions? Is it helping for the ones that were on the fence about abstract and concrete class? Is it helping to visualize it better? Is it? Yep, okay? Great. Last step here. Last step. Okay, now we're going to use an interface. Our interface will allow us to sell this thing. So we have an interface called iSellable. iSellable will bring the feature of being able to sell this stuff out there. Okay? So we have this iSellable that has a method called makeSale. You're going to sell this. You're going to look at your different classes there, and you're going to see which of those classes makes sense to implement iSellable, to inherit from iSellable. You're going to put a dot in the lower right corner, okay? Lower right corner. So again, 5 minutes, put the dots there, no scribbling the walls, okay? 5 minutes there. Yes?
Can you put an interface on a abstract class?
You can. You can. Okay? Abstract classes can inherit from other classes as well as from interfaces. Okay? So think of who would have iSellable, put a dot in the bottom lower corner. I'll give it another 5 minutes. Let's have a look at that and take the final picture. This is the last step, I promise.
Yeah, people are feeling it, which can be. People are feeling it, ratio.
Quick attendance. Let's do this later. Okay, that's fine.
You want the price?
Yes. Yes, put the price.
But what is inside of iSellable?
What is it?
What is inside of iSellable? Because we don't.
Just it's only there's no implementation of iSellable. iSellable is just an interface that has a method called makeSale.
Makes it.
Yes.
I see.
A method called makeSale. Okay, and then you just put the dots anywhere that makes sense.
Smart idea.
What is that?
She did like her finger, then
Below.
yeah.
Great, you see? Smarter people. You need to put your dots there. Oh, you're thinking?
Yes, because vehicle. Actually, it depends on what is inside of this method. Is there like choose a vehicle and then?
No. It's not about choosing a vehicle. It's about, okay, how much is this? And this is how we sell that. I know this is an e-commerce application, and make a sale, sell this, take money, process credit cards. You have to think of what makes sense to be sellable. What's up?
We have one question. So,
Yes.
like, for example, since, oh, okay, she took it. So, if we put the interface on the parent class, do these inherit from it?
Yes.
They do?
Yes.
So that's easy.
Yeah.
And actually, the same logic could be transferred to book, which book. So basically,
Well, we are recapping. We are recapping. That's the idea of today, to recap. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look here.
now nobody can see it.
Okay, I'm gonna get this one here. Is that no? Which one is that? Okay, okay, okay. Good. Okay, so let's have a look at the vehicle here. So here is what we have, the vehicle 1, air. It's a bit blurry, but we know what's going on there. Again, can you explain your motives there? Your group, Shima?
That you could set all of these items because
Yeah, I agree.
water, land, and air.
Yep.
And also the items before them, certain factor or something like this. So the parents in the vehicles instead of total amount, so we can set them.
Got it? Okay. Anyone has a different opinion? Yep.
No, I want to sell the air.
You want to sell there?
No, they're like container, fresh air in containers.
In containers, okay. Good idea. Good
In
idea.
that case, we can sell air.
Oxygen tank.
Yes.
We also say that water, land, and air can be sellable. But I thought like, yeah, of course they can be sellable, but in our content is not. Doesn't make sense.
Okay. So you just put at the bottom, or anywhere in the vehicle?
Like this, you could put water, land, and air can be sellable.
Yeah.
Got it.
But both once they are concrete, right? It cannot.
Yeah, they contain the contained matter, right? They cannot contain abstract matter.
Okay, okay, okay. So I'm not saying that, yes, you're right. If they are concrete, they cannot have abstract methods, but they can inherit from an interface, and then they will be implementing those abstract methods. So when I say that it inherits from an interface, I'm not saying that it's going to have abstract methods. When I say inherit from an interface, I have to make sale concrete on all of them. So let's hold that thought there. Again, any other opinions there? I know that there are other opinions out there. I want to see if you can voice that. I know you guys have another opinion. What's up? What's up?
So we were thinking that the parent class of all the child should have an interface. So that means that all the children class are inheriting from the parent already. So you don't have to keep specifying that this thing is settable, sellable, that thing's sellable.
So in this structure here, which one would have an explicit inheritance from I syllable?
Superior parent.
The vehicle. The vehicle. Anyone else has this opinion? Yep. So that would be the best approach. If you think that everything is sellable, you can just mark the top one as I sellable, and then everything underneath becomes I sellable too. We'll implement I sellable too. So you're right in the sense that everything here would be sellable, I would think. But then again, you don't need to specify in each one. You can say, at the very top, you can say, vehicle inherits from I sellable, and then everything underneath vehicle will have I sellable as an ancestor. Not as a parent directly, but as an ancestor. And make sale would be available to each one of them. Okay? Any different opinions? All good? Okay, so let's have a look at a different one here. Okay, Mustafa, Brandon. Okay. Guys, did you guys draw that? Really? Huh? We have to clean that.
Yeah, it didn't work. I misunderstood something on the marker.
I said so many times, guys, don't do that.
I didn't realize you zoomed in that close.
Okay. I learned my lesson now.
I have to.
Okay. Let's see. I'm speechless, to be honest. I'd rather move on. Oh my.
He's gonna make it happen. Anyhow.
Well, I have the thing
Right.
to hide it.
What is that?
To make it happen.
Oh my goodness.
It would be nice if it's like something liquid, something like that.
Let's see. I'll leave it for later.
Somebody has liquids, professor, stuff like that. It could be hidden. But
Okay, let's see here. Okay.
Dylan, his children.
Okay, so let's see here. Ebook. Let's talk about the books here. Ahmed, want you have a look there? What's up? Is that yours? Yep. So anyone to defend the team there? The books, e-books. Everything is what? Sellable. So yeah, but how this could be, now that we spoke about what we spoke about, what do you think that should change a little bit there?
Just under the book is good.
Yeah, so you would have just to define where? You can just define it right here, because the other ones, it's already inherited from it, okay? Any different opinions there? Anything different? Yep.
Is it sellable? I'm saying, is it sellable? Are we looking the only the, is it sellable for anything else, or like, are we looking? Is it sellable in our, like, for example, we say facial, and we want to sell the car, sheep, and I don't know what chemical.
Yep.
But like, I don't want to sell air and water.
Got it. Good point. So, so here's what you could do. Make sale is still abstract. Let's think about vehicle. So on vehicle, it inherits from I sellable, but make sale can still be abstract there. And in the second level too, it can be abstract for air, for land, and for water. But then it becomes concrete on the concrete classes. So again, even though it inherits from I sellable, but it doesn't have to make that method concrete on all of them. You can make them abstract and implement them at the very bottom one. Is that where your question comes about? Kind of? So again, you don't need to make it concrete at the top. You can make it abstract there and make it concrete at the bottom. Got it? So we have a surgery going on there. Oh my, oh my. Okay, so last one here. Okay, let's see this one here. So the last one, shapes. So shapes. Who's that one? So I think that your shape must be very special because you're selling them. Is that correct?
I mean, it could be a shape for something, right?
You see those artists, what they paint, you can sell anything you want.
It's like if you are telling about any object of shape,
Yep.
then you can sell it. In that case, I think they're making it sellable. Yeah.
Got it.
That's what I thought also.
Again, you can interpret the way you want to. The way I would interpret, I would say that shapes would be sellable. That's just my take. I'm not condemning anyone that wants to sell your shapes. Again, by all means, make a business out of that. Okay, but again, I would think that, because we're talking about, I don't know, maybe a drawing application here that we have different, actually, this is very, very relevant to our one of our assignments. Anyway, my take is that I wouldn't think that this would be sellable, but again, nothing wrong. You could think of it, it's about interpretation, okay? It's really about how you can interpret that. My view is that you would only be able to sell physical stuff, but again, that's all good there. Any questions about interfaces? I don't know if interface became clear or blurrier. Any questions? Okay? Okay, so here's the thing. I'm going to take a quick attendance here. We didn't focus too much on exercise for this part yet, but under week 6, I have there programming exercise 06 and the solutions as well. Okay? So take some time to do those exercises. It's about inheritance, it's about polymorphism, it's about interface, abstract classes. We're going to be using those things over the course of the rest of the course, okay? So take some time to do them. You can start doing them today if you want. We still have 10 minutes to go. You can start, again, solutions are provided here. I'm going to take a quick attendance here, Ahmed. Just refresh this. Aslan. Amin. Brandon. Cal. Yep. Clara. Dhruv. Gurnit. Ilasong. Ishan. Jasmine. Jennifer. Joanna. George. Jorge. Joshua. Karina. Martin. Mary Christine. MD Hilal. Mustafa. Nita. Nihal Kumar. Pawan Preet. Saima. Sagar Kumar. Shaminda. Shima, Simran, Syed, Tanvi, Teresa, Tomoy, Tony Lin, Yonga, Yusuf. Okay. Okay, so if there is anything left over, just drop by and leave it here. Yep. Also the markers. Yes. Yep. Yep. So if you want to talk about that, we can talk about in the office there. Okay? So if you want, just wait until I go to the office and then we can go together. You can do the same thing, okay? So you are in line there. Okay, great. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna take the ones as well from the walls. Yep. So good. Thank you.
Hi, how are you?
Very good, how are you?
This is a really good exercise that we do.
Awesome, I'm glad.
It's a good way to learn.
Yep, I like it. I think it gives a better understanding, I think. More concrete, talking about concrete, more concrete understanding.
I like the way you teach our class.
Awesome, I'm glad. Okay? Okay, I can see that.
No, it's raining. I think I'm gonna come in.
Okay, all good here. All good there. Okay. All good there. Okay. Let's see these. Again, if anyone has the things and yes.
Now I have a little bit of math in my head. No, polymorphism is when we are using basically the same method in different classes, and when we need to change or add some parameters, for example, the method, and we say, for example, base, and we're...
It's not about change the parameters, it's about change the code inside. So if you know that a cat, I'll try to make a more concrete example.
It was in the test, wasn't it? When we were using
There
the
was one?
method, and when we were putting for it, or it was in the practice exercise, the base, and we were indicating we use the method from the parent class, but add more parameters.
Add more things, add more codes. So you are still reusing the parent, but you are doing more on top of what the parent is doing.
It is polymorphism, right?
It is polymorphism. Here, the polymorphism here is more about, because we are now talking about abstract classes. So it's in a slightly different context, because in the test, it's all concrete classes. Here we have abstract classes as well, with abstract methods too. So not only we can have polymorphism in concrete methods, but in abstract methods as well. Like what we did here, we define make sale, but make sale for a car is different from make sale for, I'm just thinking about the other ones. A book, yes, exactly.